Hi, my name is Andrea Lorenz Nenque. I am a second-year PhD student at the Hussman School of Journalism and Media at UNC Chapel Hill. As a news reporter covering local government, I saw firsthand how much power local elected leaders have over individuals' basic needs. The elections were often close with low turnout, and each race seemed to attract a select group of people and interest groups who didn't necessarily reflect who they went on to represent. When the 2016 presidential election triggered a surge of political activism, I poured energy in helping local candidates with their communication needs. And it's in this context that I started studying political communication at the local level. I noticed some of the findings on women in politics didn't match with what I had seen going on at the local and state level. So I set out to find out how these candidates' experiences measured up with previous literature and what could be learned from the experiences of a diverse sample of women running for state and local office at this unique time in history. My method was semi-structured interviews with 37 people who identify as women who have run for seats from county boards up to statewide office. I used a snowball sampling approach to include women from a range of different social groups and identities to observe how the broader structural dynamics of political power impacted their experiences. First, I was particularly interested in how women tell their political origin stories, including what propels them to run and if and how they're recruited. Second, I wanted to find out how they make decisions in their campaign communications, including self-presentation, what issues to focus on, and what advice they hear and listen to in those areas. This is particularly interesting at this level where a few candidates can afford consultants. Finally, I asked what challenges they face and how others interact with them, including their local party, opponents, and media. What I found so far is that higher level state candidates who did have help ignored, for the most part, gendered campaign advice in favor of a more authentic presentation than in elections past. Most local candidates, too, sought to be as authentic as possible, choosing issues they felt were important from their own lived experiences. Most thought their gender, other identities, and life experiences helped with voters. And this authentic presentation included wearing their hair how they wanted, giving speeches with a baby on their hip, and being outspoken on social justice issues. Other key takeaways: there's no singular path for women to run for these offices, nor is there one way to do it. Women, especially those with intersecting identities, face unique challenges and barriers while running at this level. Many women felt a sense of urgency to run based specifically on fears of policies that would impact them based on their identities, so much so that they made major life changes to run for office. Finally, it's clear that state and local party leadership have some work to do in recruiting a diverse range of women elected leaders. Conversely, nonpartisan and women's party organizations had an outsized role in recruiting, training, and supporting the women running. I look forward to sharing more about my research on running for state and local office, an area that is incredibly important to our democracy. Thank you.